right, good evening, everybody. We are live on YouTube. All right, so we're here at LaGuardia tonight. We're going to retry this flight, even though the sim crashed on me completely last night. So let's go over to our EFB here. We're going to pull in our information. I'm going to push that departure back about 10 minutes. To 1 Zulu. As you can see out the window, got some crappy weather here in LaGuardia this evening. Not too bad. Wind 030, 14, gusting 25. 9-mile visibility. Rain. Few clouds at 900. Broken 1400. Overcast 2100. Temperature is 22 Celsius. And the dew point's 18. Altimeter is 3000. And let's see what our weather's looking like in Raleigh. Raleigh's looking pretty good. Winds 230 at 7, blowing straight down the runway. Fantastic. Nice headwind to slow us down and give us a good landing. Temperature's 27, dew point's 23, so it's still very humid in Raleigh. A few clouds at 3,500. Other than that, that looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and get started and get out of here. Let's get rid of the forward stairs. Forward stairs are gone. Now let's come up to, let me reset my view. Let's go up to the overhead here. Battery 1, battery 2. External power. Emergency exits are armed. Let's go ahead and turn our overhead lights up all the way. Let's get our indicators on nav 1, 2, and 3. Turn our evac to captain. Crew supply goes on. Ground control. And we look good there. Let's go ahead and get our nav light on, so that they know somebody's in the aircraft. No smoking signs go to on. Get some light in here as well. Reset that master caution. APU fire test. Engine 1 squib is good. Engine 2 squib is good. And let's come back up to the pilot's position. Let me see if I can cancel that warning there, which done. IRS align 7 minutes. And let's come over here. Let's connect our jetway before we open the doors, so we keep it nice and dry in the cockpit this evening, or plane in general. And we got our flight plan imported. So this evening we got 133 packs out of 150. Got 7,600 pounds of cargo, 15,000 pounds of fuel. Let's go ahead and get GSX to get us started. Since we are going to be flying at night this evening, let's get our lights on. Get our brightnesses up.
The refueling truck is on its way.
Our readouts up. Let's come down here to the pedestal. Park brake is on. Let's get our integrated lighting all the way up. Let's get our floodlights up. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and call our friends on clearance and get cleared to get out of here while I'm I love planes. Good evening. I didn't even know you were here because I have my ATC window in front of you. I guess I do need to change that. Let me go to my YouTube studio real quick and change that. I thought I had fixed it, but that's what I get for copying and pasting. Yeah, I'm in 24 tonight. Let me go ahead and pop that out. Get my MCDU set up for this evening. There we go. All right. Natsu AOC, flight initialization. All right, that looks good. LaGuardia clearance, good evening. American 1934, IFR to Raleigh Durham.
Give me 1 second for that clearance.
Yes.
American 1934, LaGuardia clearance cleared to Raleigh, radar vectors white, then as filed, climb and maintain 3000, expect flight level 34010 minutes after departure, departure on 120.8, squawk 5541. And a change to your departure runway, this time you can expect runway 31.
Cleared to Raleigh Durham. Radar vectors white, that is filed, climb and maintain 3000, expect flight level 34010 minutes after departure. Departure on 120.8, squawk 5541, expecting runway 31 for American 1934.
American 1934, read back correct. Ground will be on 121.7.
Ground on 121.7 for American 1934. Alright, give me 1 sec. My SPAD went goofy. Alright, now we're good. So 3000 in LaGuardia. Go ahead and bug that up on the overhead. 3000. Good. Let's get our constraints on the left side. Nav database on the right side. And let's go back down here to the MCDU. American 1934, LaGuardia, Raleigh. Alternate this evening is Washington Dulles. Estimated time en route 1 hour 2 minutes. Alright, so we are good there. Let's go over and check our messages. Load sheet. Go ahead and accept that. What is our ground crew doing? Absolutely nothing. Where's this fuel truck coming from?
Aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and asked to do.
This did the same thing last night. I requested boarding,
Vehicles are on their way.
and he never did anything until I opened the GSX menu. Yeah, that's true. You are right about that. I mean, heck, we're not even fueled up yet, and I'm almost ready to roll. Smart cars is running for this evening.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and asked to do.
Alright, so we're all set there for the United Virtual. And we're going to get loaded up now. Why does that damn stair have to be in the way? I'm trying to take a picture for a screenshot. Alright, IRSs are aligned. Let's make sure they're putting gas in before we... let's go ahead and program it up. I want to be ready to turn and burn this evening. Alright, so we're going to come up to FMGC. Let's clear out those messages. We are in the A319 this evening.
Please
And we
use
are
your
in the
airplane
Baby
fuel
Shark
system
version
to set the desired fuel quantity.
with the Sharklets and the CFM engine. So let's go to our initialization. We're going to do an init request. I only have so much real estate, so I'll just read off what we're going to have here. So, let's see, we are American Airlines, 1934. There we go. Cost index this evening is 16. Good. Going up to flight level 340. And the top of climb temperature this evening is minus 41. Good. Do a wind request, get our climb winds, our descent winds. Oh, they did crash? Well, I'm not surprised. It's GSX. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at our wind data. That all looks good. Let's go back to the init page. We'll worry about all that stuff later, because I'm just going to import it with the Phoenix. So, let's go ahead and go to our flight plan. Alright, so they changed our departure runway to 3-1 this evening. So we are going to go KLGA departure 31. There is no sit out of here, so we're just going to insert that. Let's go ahead and clear that discontinuity. And let's go down to the bottom. We only got about an hour flight, so let's get our arrival into Raleigh plugged in here. Even though they'll probably change it on the way out. 23 left in Raleigh. TACAL 2 with the Hookie transition. There we go. No, I don't want to do the tug right now. Let's come up here to our navigational display. We put this on plan mode. Yep, 10 mile, plan mode. Alright, so 1513 is our acceleration height this evening. Then we're going to go down to White, then to the CYNVOR, DeVille's, Wales. Got to be above 22,000 by Hookie, or at Hookie on the way into Raleigh. Above 13,000. Then we're going to get a vector. Then we'll get DOCAT and APUCU on the way in into 23 left. That all looks good. See if they're done filling me up with gas. Gas is done. Let's put the seatbelt sign on. Alright, they're loading the cargo in, so we're looking good there. Waiting for the takeoff and the performance numbers. Gotta wait for them to finish up. Alright, just 75% done with the bags. Oh yes, definitely. And if you're flying for Southwest Virtual, I highly recommend looking at the video that they have on their YouTube page. They do have one for the PMDG and the iFly. I do suggest though that you fly to PMDG because all the stuff that they have in Love Cars works fantastic with that. It just takes some getting used to. It's not like me running around doing all this. You have to follow what's in the book. Otherwise you'll jack it up. But once you get the hang of it, it works great. Come on, ground crew. Alright, cargo's in. We're waiting for the last 3 slow pokes to get on the plane and get seated. Boarding complete. So let's go ahead and send those numbers down to the MCDU. Ground services, let's go ahead and get rid of our jetway. Let's come upstairs. While we finish up, let's get that APU on. Logo lights, wing lights. Seatbelt sign is on. And let's go ahead and do our takeoff performance data. Let's go ahead and sync the final load sheet. Sync the weather. Calculate. All right, so our speeds out of here are 127, 129, 132. Flat retraction 145, slat retraction 188, clean by 211. Got 925 feet of stop margin. We're gonna have a flap 3 departure out of here tonight. That's weird. But we'll roll with the numbers it gives us. So we'll go ahead and send that information down to the MCDU. And I've got the fuel prediction page in there, so we'll have 9,000 pounds of gas on hand at Raleigh Durham. Hopefully we don't have to go back to Dulles, because then that would put us below company minimum on the landing. All those numbers are in here. That looks good. Performance numbers are all in there. That's good. All right. Squawk code is in. Let's put this on TARA and auto, so we're ready to roll. All of our doors are closed, as you can see right there. Let's go ahead and I'll be glad when somebody makes an e-cam that I can put on my desk. All right, flaps open. We got APU available. So let's go upstairs. Fuel pumps go to on. Get our APU bleed on. Let's go ahead and take the external power off. Throttles reset, which they did. Alright, let's go back to the Phoenix app. Go ahead and get rid of the GPU. And let's get rid of our chocks and cones. And let's get out of LaGuardia. Thanks for stopping by. I love planes. Have a good one. Let's call up ground while we're waiting for the ground crew to get set. LaGuardia ground, good evening. American 1934, requesting pushback and engine start from gate 19.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
American 1934, pushback and engine start approved, tail southwest.
Pushback and engine start approved, tail southwest for American 1934.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
Alright, so he said tail southwest. So we're going to go nose left.
Release parking brakes.
Let's get out of here.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alright. So we're going to go to ignition start. We're going to start with engine number 2.
American 2126, LaGuardia ground, taxi to C902 via Romeo, Golf, Alpha 5, Alpha 8 EN. Good day.
Set parking brakes.
Parking brake
Waiting your
set.
confirmation for a good engine start.
Engine number 2 is ready to roll. Let's go ahead with engine numero 1. Sounds are up. back to Atsu and see what the company message. Just a load sheet. Let's go back to the flight plan. All right. We have 2 good engines. Go ahead and notify the ground crew that we have a good engine
Cockpit to
start.
ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Let's give those engines a minute or two to warm up. While we're waiting for ground crew to disconnect, waiting for the engines to warm up a second.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Go ahead and take care of a couple items here before we get down the runway. Auto brakes go to max. Let's go ahead and get our spoilers out. Let's go ahead and get our flaps down to 3.
Southwest 3546, ready for pushback.
Southwest 3546, pushback approved.
Pushback approved, Southwest 3546.
Flaps are ready to go. Let's put those on auto. Get our taxi light on. We can get rid of the APU, probe heat on, turn the bleed off. Cabin is notified, we are ready to roll. And we got 2 minutes on the engine stabilizations, so let's go ahead and call that ground. LaGuardia ground, American 1934, requesting taxi to the runway.
American 1934, taxi to runway 31 via 3 Alpha 5 Alpha Zulu. Contact tower on 118.7 when ready for departure.
Taxi to runway 31 via 3 Alpha 5 Alpha Zulu. Tower on 118.7 when ready for departure. American 1934. Alright, so let's see here. They got us going out 31. So we're going to be going out that direction. So we said Alpha. So go out 3. We're going to get on Alpha. And then we'll go to via 3 to Alpha 5. Basically, we're just going to make a right-hand turn. Go down to 5. Go down to Alpha. We're going to ride Alpha all the way down to Zulu at the end, and that's going to be it. So pretty easy peasy on the taxi here. I can leave the arrows off this evening. Go ahead and get these charts out of the way. Ooh, an American Airlines retro livery. Pretty sweet. Oh, even a TWA livery. That came. They're bringing out the nostalgia tonight for this. No, we're on the right time.
American 1934, contact tower on 118.7.
Over to tower 118.7, American 1934.
American 3222, contact ground on 121.7.
ground, American 3222.
LaGuardia Tower, good evening, American 1934. Requesting departure runway 31.
American 1934, runway 31, wind 050 at 15, gusting 21. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 31, American 1934. Alright, so let's go down here and test our takeoff configuration. That looks good. Let's go ahead and make sure our flight controls are good. Aileron left, aileron right, elevator up, elevator down, right rudder, left rudder, start position. Let's go ahead and get our predictive wind shear system on. Weather radar is on. Takeoff config is normal. We have a taxi time of 9 minutes. Slight stick pressure. Release the brakes. Positive rate, gear up.
American 1934, contact departure on 120.8.
120.8 for American 1934. Put our lever back to climb. LaGuardia departure, good evening. American 1934 with you. 2,400 for 3,000.
American 1934, LaGuardia departure, radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 270. Turn right heading 220. Vectors to white. Then own navigation.
Climb and maintain flight level 270, turn right heading 220, vectors to white, then own navigation. American 1934.
American 1934, contact Kennedy approach on 125.7.
125.7 for American 1934. Kennedy approach, good evening. American 1934. 3,100 for flight level 270.
American 1934, Kennedy departure. Good evening, New York altimeter 30.00.
Departure United 904 2000 for 4,000.
United 904, radar contact. Climb and maintain 11 1000.
Up to 11 1000, United 904.
The hell?